Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. Someone had asked me in a comment what I thought of the Rms SPF 30 that was recently released. What I thought of this compared to the Tower 28 Sunny Days SPF Foundation or Tinted SPF. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been watching me for a while, thank you for coming back. I'm officially 50 years old and have naturally aging skin. I am a big proponent of sunscreen, like probably everyone you know. I specifically love tinted sunscreens because they tend, in the natural clean beauty world, because they tend to have iron oxides in them. Iron oxides actually help fight against or protect against the dark spots we get on our faces, especially if you are supplementing with estrogen like I am. I have increased risk for melasma, which I have seen really occur on my skin a whole lot more since I began on the estrogen. So today I actually have the Tower 28 on one side and the RMS on the other. They are two different shades, but I'm surprised at how well they've gone together on my face. So before I get started, try to guess which side is which, if you're familiar with them at all. Tower 28 is marketed as a foundation, and the RMS is marketed as a sunscreen primer with a beautiful finish. I'll talk more about the ingredients and the differences between the two, but all I have on my face, aside from the foundation sunscreen situation, is a Kjaer Weis cream blush. And I have on my favorite Jane Iredale SPF under eye concealer. I do have on brow product and mascara and a little lip gloss, but that's it. So the finish is really the finish. I do not have on any highlighter I do also have on a little bit on my eyes of the Ritual Defy eye soot. Sorry, but again, that's not where the foundation stuff is. So here's the finish. I will also include a clip of me outside or in natural light so you can see how the two sides look. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you, let's start with the Tower 28. You know what? Since the RMS is newer, let's start with the RMS. Whoop. Oh, one thing they both have in common, they are both broad spectrum SPF, non-nano zinc oxide mineral SPF. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, they're both clean beauty. Tower 28, you can find, well, really the same places as RMS. I was gonna say Clean It's 4, but same with RMS. They're both sold on Credo, many other places. So this is the new RMS foundation. It is cruelty-free. The ingredients are raw food-grade ingredients. This is true for all RMS products, by the way, not just this product, and they are naturally derived. You may know that RMS was sold, I think about 2 years ago, and they've been slowly releasing new products. I think each product has been amazing since they've been sold and releasing these new products. If there is fragrance, it is never synthetic. This does have fragrance, by the way. A few more things about RMS. They are looking to add more refillable products, and they have those glass pots for like their Baruti bronzer and their highlighters and a few things. The top on that, the bottom is glass, the top on that is plastic, and they've been using post-consumer recycled plastic ever since 2022. That's a little bit about the brand. You know, probably know it was named after, oh my gosh, I just forgot her name. Rosemary Swift. I can't believe I forgot. That's what RMS is named after. She was a makeup artist, very famous, did a lot of high-end stuff, and started this line. Didn't market it as clean or natural or anything because she thought that would be a turnoff for people. So it's actually been around for a while. This is the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. It does come in 3 shades. Pale, this is medium, and then there's a dark. Don't know that those are actually the names, which is interesting. I didn't write down the names, but let's see. So I have the medium shade. It actually is working fine for me over the summer. As we go more towards winter, it will be too deep for me, but maybe I could use foundation on top of it. As far as ingredients go, it does have peptides, it does have niacinamide, and it also has pea extract powered with Glowplex. That's what they're calling their ingredient formulation. This does also have a lot of oils in it, which I don't know why I was surprised to see, but quite a few oils. And like I said, it does have fragrance. Twist cap. So yeah, it's this plastic component, screw on top, the nasal tip. It's not real liquidy. It really is the consistency of a foundation. You can feel some of the oils in it. It glides around really nicely. It does add maybe some blurring, it's on this hand, but it doesn't really have a whole lot of coverage. I don't find it to be especially dewy or shiny. It's more dewy definitely than matte, maybe dewier than my skin looks, but it dries down. It's totally comfortable. My skin just feels moisturized. It does not at all feel tacky or thick on the skin. Even, I'll go ahead and put on another layer so we can see what the coverage looks like. And I do smell that, by the way. It's maybe a teeny bit floral. It's nothing I really recognize, and it does dissipate. It has not caused my allergies to be bothered. So there that is with a deeper, a second layer. So you can definitely get some tint, a little bit of coverage. Again, you still see all my dark spots, and you see the finish is radiant. But again, I would apply it in layers like I just did so that it's not too thick. I don't have a problem when I put my finger, when I scratch my face or touch my skin, that it wipes off, removes color, anything. If anything, it sinks in and wears away very gradually throughout the day. So let's go on now to the Tower 28. This is the Sunny Days Tinted SPF 30. While the RMS had 3 shades, this one has 17. First, we'll go back and talk about the brand. The brand itself was founded by a BIPOC female with eczema. I'm trying to think of the year. It has been around at least 5 years, I believe, if not longer. 5 years? Something like that. The founder does have SPF. The founder does have eczema, and that, from my understanding, was the basis of starting her own line. She's an outdoor girl. She likes clean ingredients. Tower 28 is actually named after a lifeguard stand. Forgot what beach in California, but everything is named for the beaches in California, I believe. Like their mascara is called Make Waves mascara. Anyway, no animal-derived ingredients. So this, while RMS was cruelty-free, this is, vegan and cruelty-free. These never have fragrance. Their products do not have fragrance. Tower 28 does not have fragrance ever. Also, Tower 28 follows the National Eczema Association's guidelines. Particularly, this foundation is approved by the eczema, or accepted by the National Eczema Association. It is the only foundation SPF, anything I'm aware of, that is approved or accepted by them. That's a really big deal. That's a focus of the line. As far as sustainability, at least 50% of their packaging is post-consumer recycled. As far as ingredients go, the main call out in this one would just be aloe leaf water. There were no oils that I saw. And, oh wait, I did have claims on the RMS. This video is a little back and forth, jump around, ADD, whatever. We will finish this, then we'll go back to the claims on the RMS. The claims of the finish on this, or in general, are the ingredients even redness, soothes UV stressed skin, it has buildable coverage, and a natural finish. They suggest using fingers for lighter coverage, a brush or sponge for more coverage. I always use my fingers for everything I can, and that's how I've applied both of these. Now let's go back to the claims on the RMS. I knew I had them, I just didn't see them. Okay, so the RMS claims that it has a hint of a tint, it evens skin tone, boosts radiance, corrects imperfections, and has a subtle, soft focus radiance. And again, it suggests using your fingers, or that's what the directions suggest. So let's go ahead and put the Tower 28 on the back of my hand. This is the shade Ocean Park. Since I purchased my Sunny Days SPF foundation, Tower 28 has come out with more shades. What I've been doing is using Ocean Park in the summer, and then I have Melrose, which I'll combine with Ocean Park when it is winter or my skin is more pale. That's just an FYI. Now they do have a shade, I can't remember what it's called, but I believe there's a shade that works for me. So you can see this one also isn't super liquidy. It's about probably the same consistency as the RMS. This one feels cushier, and it just feels like a lotion that I'm rubbing in. Even once it's on my skin and rubbed in, it does feel cushiony, if that makes sense, whereas the RMS more sunk in like a serum. So here's this finish. And like I said, it claims a natural finish with buildable coverage. So let's compare the RMS, like I said, very different shade, to the Sunny Days. I think you can see best when I tilt back this way as far as coverage goes. Well, there you go. And so the RMS over here is to have a subtle, soft focus, radiant finish, and this is to have a the Tower 28 is to have a natural finish. Now that you've seen both of those, can you tell which is on which side of my face? No powder anywhere. I do think it's interesting because there's a bigger difference in the finish than I had anticipated when I first decided to put one on each half of my face. When I got the question from one of you guys asking which I prefer or how similar or different they are, I was like, oh my gosh, they really are practically the same thing. But now that I've been wearing both of them and comparing them, I can tell you this. They both wear phenomenally well. I haven't had a problem with getting too much sun with either of them, so I find the sun SPF protection to be very good. They're both broad spectrum SPF, non-nano zinc oxide mineral sunscreen, which is what I look for. On this side of my face, I have the RMS, which is exactly where I put this. And on this side of my face, looks like I didn't rub it in very well, or maybe that's just how my skin looks. I have the Tower 28 on this side. And again, no powder, no highlight or anything. And I think it's pretty obvious on my face, the difference. I feel like I would like to powder the RMS side. I feel like it's a little too radiant. It really doesn't feel greasy or anything. To touch it is very comfortable. It feels like moisturized skin. But I do feel like, especially here and right here, I would like to powder. It is a little too shiny for my taste. I did take it all the way up my forehead, down the middle of my nose, down my chin, and down my neck. I tried to keep it consistent. And so you can see the finish on that. I don't even know if it does blurring. It just, like they claim, evens the skin tone. It's definitely an even skin tone. It looks really nice. I wouldn't say it looks like I really have anything on other than a tinted moisturizer. Whereas the Tower 28 side, I do feel like it blurred, it gave a soft focus finish. Is that what they claim? No, they just say evens redness, soothes skin, buildable coverage, natural finish. So I do feel that it kind of did a soft focus thing. Let me put on another drop like I did on the RMS side and build it up, because I didn't really build it up over here. But I do think for a foundation, this is a much prettier finish on me. I don't need to powder it. It still has a beautiful amount of sheen. I like the coverage. It's very light. Oh, I only put a little bit on here to do more. I may have used more of the RMS. Like I said, cushiony feeling. It does feel maybe thicker resting on the skin, but only the teeniest bit. This one does have more coverage. Between the two, I think you can see this one covered more of my dark spots on my hand. It has just more of a prettier finish. Now, if you're younger, if you don't have imperfections on your face, the RMS is just beautiful. For someone with melasma and spots, uneven tone and texture, I do think the Tower 28 is better. It is more of a foundation. Price-wise, I will put them on the screen. I'm thinking the RMS may be more expensive, or else they're very near in price. I hope this has been helpful. Again, the RMS comes in 3 shades and the Tower 28 comes in 17 shades. They are both excellent. It really just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for more radiance and something really just to even the skin tone, I would say go with the RMS. If you were looking for something to also do a little bit of smoothing and make more of a soft focus and maybe even give a little more coverage, but I do think it still looks very skin-like, then I would go with the Tower 28. So for me, there's a definite difference, which I pretty much just stated, but the RMS for me is a tinted sunscreen, and the Tower 28 for me is a foundation with SPF. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, if you've tried either of these, what your thoughts and opinions are. Any other suggestions for videos, let me know. And as always, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.